You all, we are not licensed professionals. You know, we are just here on this roller coaster called life, trying to be better friends to one another, trying to be better human beings on this planet. If you're tuning in, we are not opting out of therapy. We are not advocating that you listen to us and not see someone who is licensed and trained to help you with day-to-day life on how to cope and deal. So we advocate for therapy a lot here. We believe that everyone has something to talk to somebody about. So, just like to make that disclaimer that we're just here giving our opinions and having discussions week by week. And we're hoping that, you know, maybe you can find something useful, or if at least find a little humor in this terrible, terrible rock we call the world.
In other words, if you listen to our advice and you get popped in the mouth, don't at us.
Yeah, don't at me because you may get popped in the mouth again. Well, welcome back. Welcome friends. Welcome students. Welcome everyone to another episode of Friendship University. We're here, we're here for another week. And I don't know why, just because the Lord has put it on my heart to be here. We're here.
Ooh, that's really all
and
the
my
motivation
friend
you need.
is just with me. I appreciate it because I know he'd be ready to quit every chance he gets.
And just to clarify, it's not quit this podcast. It's not quit my job. It's just quit existing.
It's just, how do you hard reset a game? He just wants to hard reset the game.
I need to pull the cartridge out, blow into it, and try again.
And put it in again. So we're back for another episode of Friendship University, the podcast where we come and express to y'all that we be trash, and we're just helping y'all by us trying not to be trash, that you will not be trash. And maybe I want to stop saying trash, but
I use the term
educated.
garbage.
Garbage is nice.
Okay, it's
We're
bougie.
We're not trash per se. You go to university to inquire or attain more knowledge on something that you didn't have before.
Or because your parents forced you to go.
Yeah, we're going to assume you're here, though, because you actually want to know the information that we are giving out. We're also not forcing you into loans you cannot afford. No, are we forcing you to pay egregious amounts of money every semester? We're just here giving you this information for free for now. So get it where you fit in. We're here. We're not going to do any scheming, though. We're never going to, put out something, a class, and then we never show up like some people do. But I'm here. I'm Kristen. As you know, I'm joined by my just scrumptious, delicious.
That's new. I'll take it.
Nikki.
I'm over here to the right of Kristen. We probably both sound delirious. We're tired.
I am tired.
I'm tired as fuck, Oh my god. I don't know how. We were just talking about this before we started recording. I don't know how people work until they're 65 or in.
Imagine throwing
France,
kids into
67
it
now.
and spouses and partners and.
Listen, I have to give a shout out to my parents. Because they
Not
were
you growing and learning, giving a shout out to your parents.
No, they're both raggedy as fuck. But anyway, I gotta give them some props though. They were raising children. They were cooking the food, making sure they went to the sporting event. Well, one of them did. Clothing and working. Well, one of them did. It's just a lot. I have a cat. I'm single. I live by myself, and I work, and I'm exhausted. I am consistently exhausted.
You and that cat, Loki really be taking you through the ringer.
I'd be taking him through the ringer.
That's true.
We take each other
believe
through the ringer.
I believe that.
He wakes me up at 7:30 every morning for food, and I grab him whenever I want to cuddle, and he's not in the mood to cuddle. So
at least
it's
you don't
a
wake
take
up
and
at
give.
3 a.m. with a knife to your neck.
That's what you think.
That's what I be seeing on Instagram.
He that's what you think.
You need to put him to work. He could be an Instagram cat.
The way I'm actually thinking about making either him a cat model or making me an OnlyFans model or both.
He is.
Only pause.
I'm looking at him right now. That pause. Double tap. Put a nice audio over it. Double tap.
See, I want to make him a TikTok, but I don't want people to see my ghetto apartment.
That's
too close in my.
First of all, your apartment is not ghetto. Let's just be clear. You
The
have
ceiling
a
is
very
caving in as we
beautiful scenic view of the city and of the trees.
There's at least a 16%
You have
chance
a patio.
the ceiling is going to fall on top
You have
of us.
hardwood floors. You have stainless steel appliances. Like, let's be clear. And not to say if you don't have any of these things, you're in the ghetto. But I'm just saying.
Let's go find you a home, honey.
Okay, by Nene standards, that's who I'm talking about. If you know, you know. And that's his food, Loki's food.
I kind of forgot that would happen.
It's fine. He's an honorary member of this podcast. So we're here for another episode. And welcome back to our listeners. Welcome to the new ones. We're so glad that you could attend class today. At this point, we're in elective. You hear the food in the background. We don't even have a teacher's aide at this point. We just here. They just threw us on the campus for credentials for diversity. We're here. You can anticipate episodes from us every Friday, Friendship Fridays. Mickey, how was your week? The last 7 days, I guess.
Ghetto, but like it's growth. Okay, here, let me explain that. So I'm going to explain what happened throughout the week. But before I do that, I'm going to explain. Me before therapy and, 2 or 3 SSRIs and, I don't know, emotional numbing and who fucking knows. I, after this past week, probably would have been like, I'm going to kill myself.
That's fair.
This
week, though? I thought you had a good week.
This week. So,
this
from
what
the last
happens
time we
when we don't talk.
I was very under the weather this past weekend. Not like actual sick. I think it was just like allergies were finally like, oh yeah, I forgot about him. My allergies been pretty okay up until now, but it's just been like actual like hell. Like I think I had a little bit of hay fever. So there was that. My car was pretty much on its last leg, so I had to get rid of it and get a new car. Which I mean, I love my new car.
I was about to say you are riding. I felt very elusive riding in that nice blacked out chrome wheel.
Thank you. But that also means I'm in more debt, which is disgusting. But I know we're in America and like everyone has debt, which it makes me feel a bit better because like when I think about like how much debt I have, which is not, in hindsight, not a lot. But I go online and look up like on Reddit, like how much debt do you have? Some people are in a lot of debt, like a lot.
And that's just school.
Just school, yo. I'm sorry.
I know
no
people
offense.
who are in over $100,000 in debt, and I am I'm praying for the Lord to be your petition.
Which is no judgment. Like if you have the student loan debt, like it is what it is. Hopefully your education was worth it. But that's one thing I actually do want to say real quick. Just a little slide. Actually, I'll get there. Let me just finish the whole thing. Almost sliced my whole finger off cutting up broccoli. That's my own fault. I wasn't using proper knife safety. I know knife safety. I just wasn't thinking. So almost cut my whole finger off. And then, just being mentally ill. So, this week has just not been, like, the best week. But it's fine. Like I said, 2-3 years ago, I've been like, you know what? Let me jump off my 2-story balcony. Mind you, my 2-story balcony wouldn't kill me. So that gives a little bit of an insight of, like, I don't really, like, mean I want to die. I just want, like... What did Rick say in Rick and Morty? Like, nobody wants to die. We just want to be unconscious for a little bit. Which is pretty much me. Like, I don't want to die. I just want to, like, cease existing for, like, a tidbit of time. But anyway.
You got it, though, before. You just like the dramatics of it all.
I guess. But anyway, what I was going to say about school, though, which is, like, it doesn't really matter because do you. But don't let nobody force you to go to school. If you ain't feeling school, you don't know what you want to do, don't let anybody force you. Your parents, your friend, don't let anybody pressure you to go to school. Because at the end of the day, who got to pay them loans? You. Not your parents, not your friends, whatever. Do your research about what you want to do in your life. If you don't know what you want to do in your life, go explore, try different things. Just, like, I would highly encourage you not to put yourself in debt unless you know what you want to do and you're going to stick to it. People's minds change and stuff like that. That's why the reason I bring it up, because I had a conversation with my nephew. He's graduating high school, which is freaking insane.
Wow.
My oldest nephew, yeah. My half brothers.
Oh, I forgot that you introduced your half brother halfway into our friendship. I forgot about that.
That's how it works, half and half. So my half brother's oldest son is graduating, and he's like looking for like life advice. And I'm like, listen, don't go to school yet. school ain't going nowhere. Figure out what you want to do. First explore the world, go travel, pick up some part-time jobs. And I know there are situations where like your parents are like, go to school or go to the military. F the military and F school. What's your parents gonna do? Kick you out? Well, that's possible. That's maybe possible. If you have not shit family, they would do that.
Definitely kick you out.
That's when you gotta be a little resourceful. Because again, ain't nobody paying them damn loans, but you. They ain't about to pay your loans for you unless you have some really nice, great parents.
The military going to. I mean, we don't advocate for either. But
right. So that's just my little bit of information for the young folks on here. Like I said, and also one other thing about school: most things don't require a degree. It just requires you to have a little bit of work ethic. But anyway, moving on.
It depends on what field you're going to.
Obviously, if you want to be a lawyer, a doctor, or anything along those lines, sure, you're probably going to need school. But if you want to be a music producer, or if you want to do like stage lighting and stuff like that, if you don't go intern somewhere and just learn a skill by yourself,
the skill, but you have to have that work ethic.
That's what you have that work ethic for sure.
You cannot just be out here thinking it's going to fall into your lap. And I will say on the back of that, do not let people talk you into going to schools that you feel like are going to give you this one up. So if you feel like you can go to this other school that's thousands of dollars less than this other school and get the same degree. When I tell you they're not going to be looking at that when you graduate, they're also not going to be looking at when you graduated. So like, get your degrees. Okay, I'm not saying lie. I'm just saying, like, if you have to take a gap year or you have to take some time off, it's fine. Just go to school for you. Even though this is Friendship University and we consider ourselves teachers and we're here and we're just doing what we need to do to help everyone be better, because we feel like in us being better, you can be better. You do not have to pay thousands upon thousands of dollars and sign away what you feel like are the earlier years of your life, I guess, to pay away this debt. Because people don't explain. They do not explain to you.
They don't.
What? I mean, if you do any research or you Google anything right now, the Georgia Department of Education, especially the higher ups, are under investigation because it's just like so much that has happened where there's been false information or like a negation of information. And so a lot of times people think, oh, if I didn't say it, then it doesn't matter. But negating information is still lying. It's lying in my eyes, and it's lying in the eyes of the law. So, you can't just get these people to do all these loans. I've been fortunate enough to have situations where I didn't necessarily have to get too in debt with different things, but I have several friends who have been in that situation, and I still have degrees I want to finish. I am a forever learner. I'm a collegiate. I love learning, and I'm not saying that you have to go to school to learn, because I've learned a lot in just everyday life too. But I also know that there are several. I have a couple of degrees now, and I know there are other degrees that I will be getting in the future pertaining to my future, and who knows what's gonna happen after that. I may get more degrees, I don't know, but like, be sure. That's it. That's all we're telling you. Like, be, and I can't even say be sure. I feel like that's so, it's so stringent to put on an 18 or 19-year-old. You can't tell them to be sure. Go live your life.
Go do something else.
But maybe you have to go to school. Maybe you have to go to school to figure it out. And if you get a couple of $1,000s in student loans, then
defer them bitches.
It is what it is.
When you die, them loans are gonna be right here on Earth. Listen, well, yeah, I am sick that my car cost me but so much money. America has a solid 15 years left, which means I probably have a solid 16 left. That loan will be right here with that car, and I will be under the ground. It won't even matter. What they gonna do? Bring you back to life?
At the end of the day,
if America could, they would bring you back to life to pay them fucking loans. I'm not gonna hold you, but they can't.
They would, and they may. All we're saying is, take your time and be gentle with yourself.
This is a long tangent.
You go into school, you figure out that's not what you want to do. Don't give up.
Right.
Figure out what's going on.
If you're going to go in debt for any kind of school, go into debt for Friendship University. Okay? Run it faster
our link tree is at the bottom, bitch. bitch.
Run your FAFSA for us. Are we in accredited school yet?
Can we be accredited? I'm doing my best. We don't have.
Listen, there's college courses for like wine tasting and like, I don't know, dog barking. I'm sure we could find some school somewhere that'd be like, oh yeah, we can have a course for friendship.
I'm gonna try. I'm gonna do my best.
We should do that. We should reach out. Maybe like Georgia State might,
You know what?
You never know.
You really never know.
You never know. Let's speak into existence. You might be. You know what? Everything we just said about taking out loans, I take it back. I take everything I said back. Okay, because if we are at Georgia State,
don't listen to Georgia State. Okay,
you
don't
will
listen
be paying
to us.
for your credits.
But you are a very reasonably priced university. I will give you that. If you are in state, if you're not in state, I Godspeed with you. But that's anywhere because I have gone out of state before. I don't even want to talk about them fees. But okay, here we go.
Right,
we're moving on. I got, you heard about the Tennessee House Representatives. I'm sure you did.
Yeah.
The three, Justin Jones, what was his name? Justin Pearson.
They both were named Justin, which was
Amanda.
weird.
Not Amanda.
Amanda
what was
Bynes?
her name? Amanda Binders? No. That's not Amanda. What's her name? Let me see. Gloria Esteban. I'm sorry. No, Gloria Johnson.
Wow. So why are you bringing this up?
Well, your boy Justin Jones got reinstated, so congratulations to him, I guess.
This country's a joke. I'm not going into this. I don't have the energy for this. This country's a fucking laughing stock. I can't. I'm happy for you. It shouldn't have happened in the fucking first place because literally your job as a representative is to represent the people who voted you in, and that's exactly what the fuck he did. And they're like, you did insurrection. I don't have the energy. This country's burning. I don't give a fuck about America. I'm just waiting for the fireworks to start. That's where I am. 2024, I'm so fucking excited to see what happens with the election. It's going to be so much fucking fun. Are you
excited?
Hell yeah. Girl, the way I was laughing my ass off during the insurrection, that shit was funny as fuck to me.
The insurrection was
that shit was hilarious.
Yes, but...
Mind you, I was laughing because I was like traumatized and I was like worried, but like... I'm going to be sitting here on the couch with you and our mutual friend, and we're going to be laughing our asses off at the clown show. Listen, I'm not going to hold you. The whatever the fuck last election was so fucking funny. That fly on Mike Pence's head? We're never going to have things like that ever again. That shit was so fucking funny.
You know what? Simulation?
Yes, I am terrified that this country's going to fall, but there is nothing I can do about it. So I might as well enjoy the fucking ride.
We're nowhere near falling. I think people need to understand, like... There are so many. It's so funny when you think about it and you see, and people are like, well, how much lower can we go? And then people go lower. There are so many more levels to hell you don't even know.
How low?
We can go very, very, very much lower. And I'm just here to just try to help people not go that low.
There's nothing we can do. I'm sorry.
You just have to like...
That's between God and this country at this point.
It's not because, like, we're here. We just have to take control of it. Here's hoping that we're in 2023. So we have, maybe a year and a half before. Well, they're going to start.
I've already been getting emails. It's already started.
Yeah, they're going to start, campaigning very, very soon. And then, everybody knows November of 2024 is going to be the time. So, just do what you can. I'm not even going to sit up here and act like I knew who those representatives was. I don't know who every representative is of every state. It's actually not my job to know that. I know who my representatives are in my state.
Not shit.
But, no, some of them are.
I'm sorry. I forgot we have Ossoff and...
But, it's not our responsibility, but, the people there, and then all this stuff coming out about people not being in their jurisdiction and your girl just being there and not getting expelled. It's been crazy. So, speaking of Amanda Binders, she's with us. She got released. You saw it?
She's in jail.
She got released from her psychiatric.
I thought Amanda Bynes was good. I thought she was she pulled a Britney Spears and she
No, you see she got pulled from that car or something like that. I don't know if she got. No, I think she checked herself in. She said she was going crazy.
I wouldn't know. I didn't know.
All I know is my 90s self is with you, girl. We there.
She was the girl with Mykonos, right? Amanda Bynes?
She
Amanda
was all that. Sketch comedy.
Because I know that Mykonos dance, okay? To the left, to the right. Twist around, hair down, okay? I don't know if that was Amanda Bynes, though.
Was she the Mykonos dance?
The girl from Mean Girls. Is that Amanda Bynes?
No, girl, that's not Amanda.
Who is that? Hold on, who is
that's Lindsay Lohan.
That's it. Lindsay Lohan. I love Lindsay Lohan. That's why I was like, Lindsay Lohan's in
and this is why we can't get accredited because we ain't got our facts straight. Look at this. We just out here.
I haven't seen Amanda Bynes since the Amanda Bynes show. Where are the dancing lobsters?
But you knew the Amanda Bynes show, so why didn't you?
That was when I was like 4, girl. I thought she retired or something. I don't fucking know.
I don't know, but Amanda Bynes, girl, we with you, girl. Whenever you ready to re-enroll, you know, we got your syllabus ready for you. We got your course study ready for you. Excuse me?
Nothing.
Would you like to say that?
It was just director's cut. It's okay.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Anyway, don't me think. Do I have any like news about the world?
She's still here. I'm ready for her. Come on. We're ready for you, girl.
I don't have any world news because the world's burning. It doesn't really fucking matter. You know what? I'm going to make it my new segment. I'm going to bring up good news.
Good news. Okay, before you get to the good news.
No, there's no good news. There's no news to give that as good right now. That's for next segment.
It should be good news.
I don't have nothing prepared.
It could be for yourself. It ain't got to be for the world.
My good news is that I got a car that put me in debt. That's like
you got a car that's gonna run. You got a car that you hide from the world. Okay, I got it. You ain't hiding the car from your world. You hiding the car from your world, but you ain't hiding the world from your car.
There we go. I had to let you fix that. Let me think. Some good news. I'm gainfully employed. So,
which is very much.
I do mean that. That is a blessing. You know, that is great. I love the fact that I have money coming in, and I'm also one day closer to seeing Beyonce. So, honestly, after the Beyonce concert, I might not have a will to live. Like what? Like that's honestly, my will to live is directly associated with events that come up. So, like seeing Charlotte DeWitt or seeing Beyonce. Hopefully, there'll be another concert announced after that, or some event after that that'll have me have more will to live. But anyway, But yeah, I will make it. That's our new segment. Good news. Whatever the fuck. I'll think of a segment name later. But we are going to get into another segment that we brought up a while ago. I don't think we gave it a name. It doesn't really matter. I think we did. I think we called Table Talk because that's the name of the cards. So we might mention this.
I don't want to get sued. Okay. No,
a while ago.
We didn't say red Table Talk. So.
We didn't say red Table Talk.
I think we could say Table Talk. We can say. We can say extra. I was going to say extracurricular, but no. I don't want to say that.
We'll figure it out. Yeah. Anyway, we have this deck of cards for us to talk about. There's different questions on it. We're just going to answer those questions. There's well over 50 of them, so we're not going to do all of them. I think a solid 3 a pop is going to be a good amount.
Yeah, for now.
Especially seeing how we them. Yeah. Especially how we tangented about student loans and stuff today. Anyway, so yeah, I'm going to go ahead and shuffle this deck of cards.
We're supposed to be doing them every week, but...
Listen, I'm going to let y'all know right now. There's no segments on the show. There's no segments. We just come on here. 99% of the time, we ask each other what the topic is 2 hours before the show.
We told you the syllabus is in question. We're doing the best we can. We're going to get a syllabus
We're
one
substitute
day.
teachers. One day. Not
no,
next
we're
week.
not substitutes.
Not the week after that.
We're first year.
We're
like Janine. But not Janine, because Janine's very well organized.
We're super unorganized.
We're
winging it. We're winging it until we start making money.
We're like your girl. Who's friends with Barbara? What's her name?
Mrs. Sheminti?
Yes. We're like a Sheminti. She's seasoned, but she's really all over the place.
We're all over the place.
Anyway. But she knows what she's doing at the end of the day.
Eventually, we'll have actual scheduled segments and stuff like that. Like I said,
do it.
99% of the time, we don't know what we're talking about until she walks in the front door.
Okay.
So, anyway, I'm going to pull
What are you going to do? Report us.
All right, and mind you, these are deep questions, but whatever. What would you most like to be remembered for?
Well, Maya Angelou said, you often remember for how you make people feel. But most remembered for, honestly, I don't know if I can pinpoint an object I would like to be or
Anything, girl, made an impact on the world. The people in your life know you for this, or achieve this thing. There's something that, like, after you pass away, people are like, oh yeah, Kristen was blank. Kristen did blank, whatever it is.
I honestly just want to be remembered for who I was in each individual's lives. Like, and for me, what that means is I don't necessarily live a life of hiddency. Like, who I am with each individual is who I am, period. So, like, if you remember me for my laughs, you don't know anything else. If you remember me for my wisdom or whatever, that's what you remember me for. Like, I always try to, like, live my life. I've always thought about what would happen if I weren't here tomorrow and the people that I love have to go through all of my belongings. And I want the person that I am to them to match what they go through. Mm-hmm. So
don't go through my belongings. I've actually entrusted you and our mutual friend to come in my apartment and do a full sweep through of anything you find in here. My parents cannot know who I really am. You need to lose my phone.
And that's not to say, like, any, like, it could be like, oh, you found a condom or you found whatever. Like, yeah, sexual being. But, like, I don't want me to be gone and then someone, because you never know the time or the day, right? And so I really pride myself on integrity, and not just because of that, but just because I want people to be of integrity to me. And for me, integrity is just being who you are when no one's looking. So, or you think no one's looking, because in reality there's always someone that looking. So I just don't want a situation where I unexpectedly am now no longer here and y'all open the safe and realize I'm like Area 54, or like I'm just like the zero, like, and you open it and anthrax is in my safe and you realize that it was me. So, like, because if you see something that doesn't correlate with the person you knew, they're not there to explain it. You know what I mean? So it's just like, I don't want to leave anything that's unexplainable behind me.
Fair. That makes sense.
Yeah. So I just want,
so you want to be known as authentic Kristen.
Who I am to everybody. Yeah.
I like that. That's a good answer. I wouldn't be surprised if after you pass, if I found some skeletons in the closet. It's always the quiet ones. You never know.
I'm not quiet though.
You aren't. You're loud as fuck, actually.
Yeah, so you know that.
You're right. It wouldn't be you. It would be the ones to my right, actually, that I would have to be worried about.
Very much so.
Very much so. So you're right. It is the loud ones we gotta worry about. And Kristen's a very vocal person. What do I want to be remembered for? Well, I think I'm an easily forgettable person, first and foremost.
First of all.
I think when I pass away, like, the only person gonna care is, like, my cat, maybe. And, like, maybe you, the two of you here. But,
you really are.
The only thing people will remember me for is, like,
your parents who are still here.
They'll probably be dead before I am. Anyway, honestly, realistically speaking, people probably remember me for being so fucking tall. That'd probably be the first thing that pops people's minds. Like, oh yeah, that motherfucker was tall as shit. If you don't know, I'm 6'6", which I think is like, what is it, like 168 centimeters if you're in Europe, I think. I could be wrong. Not centimeters. 168 meters? I don't fucking know. If you're in Europe, I know we have a few European listeners. Please feel free to let us know if I'm wrong about that. Also, if you should share with your friends. You know, we need some more global imaging. But anyway, if I picked anything to be remembered for, my knee-jerk reaction would be, you know, being a good DJ. Because I, you know, really care about music and stuff like that. But what I really want to be remembered for, like, I really
feel like you're about to say something real out of pocket right now. And thank God we have the midnight class. We have the later class, because
I was going to say being a good cat dad.
Oh.
I think I'm a great cat father. I would do anything for that fucking cat.
That's fair.
I would murder everyone in this room for that cat.
We will put that in your obituary.
Okay, that needs to
Survive.
be Malik, year born, year died,
Survive.
best cat dad.
Loki.
That's it. I love animals. I love all kinds of animals. They are fantastic creatures, and I absolutely adore my cat. Our year anniversary is coming up, actually.
When did you get him?
April 29th of last year, so very, very soon, like right before my birthday. I'm not throwing him a party, but we are gonna celebrate in a little bit. So yeah, ultimately just being a good father in general. I don't plan on having kids, so fuck F them kids and F you too. But I do want to be a good cat father. I do want to be a good pant father. Jesus Christ, pet father. I know that sounds like maybe like a cop-out answer, but I genuinely mean that. Like, nothing brings me more joy than like taking care of like small creatures. I really love them. Right now, my cat is actually playing with our mutual third friend. You can probably hear her pants going, yeah, girl, we can hear your pants. Go ahead and sit down. They already know you here. And I want you to know that is the most you'll ever hear from that person. That's
a soundbite now.
That was okay.
Anytime we talk about her, that soundbite of those pants are gonna be
the closest you'll ever get to hearing her voice.
Okay.
But yeah, I just like being like and I guess maybe it kind of corresponds with like the idea of being like a protector. Like I'm definitely don't have the man concept in my head. Like I need to protect people, like whatever. But I definitely am like, oh my God, you're such a small innocent creature. I should protect you and love you forever. I'm gonna be a crazy cat person when I get older. Honestly, I've given up on dating. I've given up on men. Cats are where it's at.
You're so young, saying that.
And I've given up. I want you to know I have not downloaded an app. I have not. I thought about downloading a dating app, and I literally downloaded it, and then 5 seconds later, I was like, I don't feel like fucking doing this. I've given up fully, full blown. Unless a man is about to knock on my door with my Uber Eats, which would be the only reason someone's knocking on my door at this point. I'm just gonna die alone with my cat, and I'm 100% okay with that at this point.
Okay.
I have a car. I've had the car, or one of the cars I've always wanted in my life. I have a cat I fucking adore, and I have great friends. Who needs a man to fuck that up?
Nobody said you had to add anything to the plate.
I'm good. The only thing I need to add is billions to my bank account.
It really
with an S. Billions with an S. That's it. That's all I need at this point. So anyway, I'll go ahead and let you pluck a card. Because I'm not about to sit here and ruin my happiness for a man. Okay. That being said, if you have anybody who's single and looking for love, please send them my direction because I really want a man. I really want someone to cuddle with.
1675309. Yeah.
Please. I'm really tired. I need someone to help me split these bills. Which is honestly the only thing I'm gaining from a man is someone who's going to help me pay these fucking bills.
Oh, gosh. Okay.
I want you to let you know that all the cards are deep, so you might as well ask whatever you pull.
I don't know if you want to answer that.
Just ask the question.
Well,
I'll let you know if I want to answer it or not.
Okay.
Just ask the question.
Okay.
I want to know now. I want to know the question.
Okay. So the first card I chose it said, if you had a choice between a nomadic or settled life, what would you choose and why?
I wouldn't want to answer that. It's not that bad.
No, it's not bad, but I just...
So there is merit to both, in my opinion. I think the idea of traveling around and kind of going in and out and whatever, just the highways and byways, sounds like a lot of fun. It really does. I've had, when COVID first hit and I first started working fully remote
out here,
I was like, I really could just do long-term B&Bs and just kind of like travel around. It sounds great. And part of that, part of being a DJ or whatever, or being the kind of DJ I want to be, I should say, would require me to be on the road a lot and not be home. However, while as exciting as that sounds, my anxiety probably would never let me do that, simply because I like to have a steady home base, for lack of a better term. I like to know that I have a home. So at the end of the day, at the end of the week, end of the month, whatever the fuck, I have a place to go home, to feel safe, to feel secure, and, all that great stuff. So I'm gonna say I would like a settled or a sedentary life in a sense of like I have my home, you know, I'm surrounded by friends and family and all that great wonderful stuff. And of course I would still travel and stuff like that, but like at the end of the day, like my home is my home. I can make it feel cozy and comfortable and I feel safe and stuff like that. One of my favorite feelings in the world, and it happens ever so often. I'll be sitting in my apartment in dead silence, chilling on my couch. And I'm like,
Wondering,
wow.
like, wow.
I feel so comfortable. Like I feel safe now. Should I feel safe? Probably not. I'm black in America. They can come knock my door down right the fuck now.
You are wow.
You know it happens, and I really hate to say it. It's true. There be times I go to sleep. I'm like, you know, they really could kick my door down right now and shoot me if they wanted to. But anyway, I like, mind you, I'm an earth sign, so maybe that's something to do with it. Probably not, but I like that stability that comes with having a home, having a place to call home, and also being like a pet parent as well. I know it would be really difficult for my cat to kind of like
people be in RVs though.
No, absolutely fucking not.
I'm
too fucking tall to sit in an RV for that fucking long.
Traveling across the country in school buses.
Right. So just speaking like just as far as like me as a person as well as like me as a father of the best cat in the world.
Father of
one.
Loki.
Okay. Maybe
I'm about to say father
two.
of Aside. We need to make you an album. Like Khaled.
Wow. Shout out to DJ Khaled who got booed off of EDC, but anyway. He had to have been there. I wasn't there, but I saw the video. Yeah, that's gonna be my answer. How about you? I feel like I know your answer, but go ahead.
What you think I'm gonna say? Nomad?
No. Because you also are a cozy home person.
I am, but I have lived a nomadic life a little bit in my earlier youth, and I'm saying that like I'm so old, but so it's split for me because when I think of nomadic life, it's an unsettler, someone who doesn't make roots. But I feel like you can make community per se when you're a nomad. You just make your communities as you move forward. So I see it like you make this community and then you've done your job, so you keep moving on. And you make your job and you keep moving on. I think honestly I could do a nomad life. I feel like I am because I could have been put roots down somewhere. But I know, like, my story doesn't end certain places that I am. So, I am in between. And I know that's a cop-out, but...
No, I get it. That's not where I was. Because, like, I do like the idea of going around and exploring places. Yeah. But I also still like having a home.
And I don't have any pets now. I have no more pets. I have no ties to like responsibility. And not to say you can't, because I've seen people take their kids and their spouses and different things like that.
You don't drop them kids in the Atlantic Ocean and keep it pushing. If you don't lose them kids at the fucking gate at the airport and keep it pushing,
you are done. But
they'd be alright. Bruce Wayne was fine.
Was he? Cause he peddling weed pushers to get vengeance for his parents. Okay,
he's fine.
He breaking the kneecaps of people pushing 3 5s on the corner. Cause he ain't got no vengeance. But I just feel like I have a lot of places that I'm still gonna see and set roots. And I think when people hear roots, they hear settled. But for me, I'm just going to do what I'm there to do. It's like a section of what I'm supposed to do. And then I'm going to move on. Which is what I've literally done my whole life. Like since I was a child. But even like in my older years, I think about like all the places I've lived. And not just in Georgia, but just state to state, city to city, internationally. I'm just like... maybe in a way I actually am a nomad. And I don't want, and when I think about that and I say it, I feel like sometimes it makes people think, especially people who are close to me, think, oh, you're going to leave and you're not going to be there. And that's really not the case. It's just like, sometimes I have another assignment that I have to go to and I may not be here for a while, but I'll be back.
So what I'm hearing is not nomad and just travel like me. In a really long
no, no. I'm not gonna say. I feel like
you can't have both, girl. Pick one. Pick one. You can't have both.
I'm gonna say nomad then.
All right, and there we are. See the cards? She wild.
Am I?
She is.
I'm wild.
Completely wild. That's what you are.
Wow.
Where would you live if you could live anywhere?
Heaven? I don't know.
Girl, I was gonna say a casket. Girl, the way I was gonna say a graveyard.
Heaven, bitch. Can I go? Hello, Heaven's Gate. I don't know.
Girl, the way I was.
Don't.
I can't right now.
I'm done. If I could live anywhere, see, this is a trick question because if I could live anywhere for free, it's a different question. But then if I could live anywhere,
where would you live if you could live anywhere? So I'm going to assume it means you have the ability to live there. Maybe be rich, or you make enough money to do it, or it's paid for, whatever the case may be. So where would you want to live if you could live anywhere? And also, let's make it fun. Let's expand a little bit. So implying you could live anywhere, implying you also could live off of Earth because you could live there.
Not off of Earth. First question: if I could live anywhere, and that's just no money, with money anywhere, I actually probably would live at least 6 months somewhere in Africa, and that's not because it is a piece of Mother Africa, but it's also like I just been to different countries in Africa and seeing like how they live, how they worship God, just different things like that. I would love to experience that on an elongated level. So, and that's not just anywhere in Africa. But there are certain places that I would definitely live. If I could live anywhere, I would live in Africa. If I could live anywhere off of the grid, off of the land, I would probably live in Jupiter.
Fair.
Because y'all niggas don't be checking for Jupiter.
They really be leaving it alone. If I realistically could live anywhere, nowhere near fucking the United fucking States. But if I had to really, really pick, it would be either Amsterdam, or the Netherlands in general, really. Mind you, I've only been there once, and it was for a very short period of time, but I had a great time when I was there. And by great time, I mean I walked through the airport.
I hate you.
But generally speaking, Europe, and I know that's weird, or not weird, because that's kind of like where racism was born, basically. But anyway, as a techno DJ producer, whatever you want to call me, that's a really big scene out there versus America, where one of the biggest techno names is being stuffed into a club that has a maximum occupancy of 300 people. So that's my first choice. My other choice would actually end up being South Korea, because I think it just sounds amazing.
Yeah, that's
I've heard
my second
nothing
choice
but
for sure.
incredible
Asia,
things about Seoul.
for sure.
Every time I hear friends talk about Seoul, they're like, "Oh my god, you have to go! It's fucking incredible! You would have such a great time! Whatever." And also, I don't know if this is true. I don't know if we have any Asian listeners. And also, I apologize. I don't think Asian is wrong to say, right? I know calling a Chinese person Japanese and not vice versa is wrong, but is Asian okay? I don't know. I just want to make sure I'm being correct. But anyway,
every person we think is Asian doesn't fall in Asian categories. But yes, I think what you're saying is
Asia.
Asian. Yeah.
Yeah, right. I hear that, and I don't know if this is true, so please comment, or can people comment on this? I don't know how this works. Tweet us, comment on Instagram, whatever the case may be.
Do something. Sliding ass niggas.
Please. I know you people be listening, and y'all could really be increasing engagement and sharing with your friends and family. But anyway,
if y'all want us to continue, yeah, better.
Because I can't keep doing this for free. Anyway, I hear that being black in those countries is really interesting in the sense of people more or less treat you with respect. And like,
I mean, the opposite.
I hear it's because like they don't see people like you often at all. They're very in awe of you, and they're like, "Oh my god! Like, look at this like celebrity." Basically, it's also being like an American. Being an American over there is also kind of like they like for whatever reason put us on this like pedestal to an extent of like, "Oh my god! Like you're an American, you're black. Oh my god! Like you're a celebrity." Especially me being tall. My friend was stationed in, I believe, Japan, and he's a black gentleman, and he was like, "I've never felt so respected and like." In my fucking life. And I was like, wow, that's really interesting. You just won't sit down. Okay, maybe that's the closest you hear to that person's voice. Anyway, now if I could live anywhere, I would probably like throw myself into the sun because, like I said, I'm really like tired of this shit. I'm tired. I'm going on 27, and I'm like, I have how many more years left? I have to keep doing this for how long? I'm trying to think if there's any other place. Actually, there is one other place I can think of I want to live, but there's also like a little like.
Can we talk about Marvel universes? Sure. Can we throw that in there as a third option?
I don't want to live in any superhero universe. Why would I want to do that? Why? That doesn't mean I have powers. It means I'm a civilian in this place that New York gets blown up. I didn't say I wanted to have powers.
I would live in the universe of colors with Doctor Strange, where it was just splashes of colors going everywhere. And I would just be a color.
That doesn't sound like fun.
Just going everywhere.
If we're going to pick fictional universes, I'm going to pick none. Is Wild Earth, the one we're in, is ghetto as fuck. I can't deal with the Joker. I don't want to deal with Batman fucking up my property, trying to catch some fucking clown. Superman's not about to bust down my fucking ceiling because he got thrown through it. I'm not dealing with it. I'm not. Iron Man better not fly his ass through my fucking roof. I'm not doing it. Like, don't. I know they have to have some kind of insurance, superhero insurance or something, because the way they be fucking up these cities, I'll deal with the ghetto humans we have on this planet.
Tragic. All right. Well, let's see. Well, ASMR, you know, do we can. I'm just gonna pick it. Oh, maybe I can. What is something you will regret not doing in your life?
Living too fucking long.
Not doing in your life.
Oh. Not dying sooner. Okay. All right, fine. I'll be serious. Well, I mean, I'm being a little serious. But if I never leave Georgia, I will feel so fucking shitty about myself.
Oh, that's fair.
Like, being a DJ is one thing. You would do that as I'm talking.
I am so sorry.
I was just trying to like... Anyway, being a DJ is one thing. Like, yes, I love music. Yes, being a DJ sounds incredible, but, like, it's not my only avenue as far as, like, things I want to do in my life. Yeah. Like, if it doesn't happen, it is what it is. Like, it's not going to kill me on the inside as long as I'm doing one of the things I considered, which are all music related. So I'll still be closely related to that thing in one way or another. So that's not really going to be like, yeah, it would be like, okay, that's not how life turned out. But as long as life still turned out in a good way and I still get to be associated with it, that's fine. Maybe like marketing for an actual DJ or being on a DJ's team or whatever the case may be, doing artist management. So I'm not going to say that one. But yes, me being the actual superstar DJ does sound incredible, but you know, I don't put all my eggs in that specific basket, even though most of my eggs are in that basket. But being in Georgia, and actually I'm going to take it a step further. Being in a place that I'm unhappy, maybe Georgia, maybe Wisconsin, I don't know why I said Wisconsin, maybe Denver, Amsterdam, whatever. Like, staying in a place that keeps me unhappy for too long would make me regret living. If I died tomorrow, I would be fucking pissed that all I've ever experienced was Atlanta, fucking Georgia. And listen, I know a lot of listeners are in Atlanta. I know you guys love Atlanta. Atlanta's grown on me a bit, but we live in fucking Gotham. This city, we need some work. Y'all need to stop shafting Stacey Abrams so she can put some fucking work in. Ooh. Please and thank you, because Stacey Abrams ain't giving up on us yet. Y'all keep shafting her and disrespecting her, but she has not given up on this city yet. And I respect her for that. But Atlanta problems regardless. I want to be in a place that makes me happy ultimately. And if I can't make that happen, I'm going to really, really fucking regret that. Because it means two things. One, I wasn't able to achieve my dream of going somewhere that does make me happy. But that also means that I wasn't able to achieve happiness where I am. Which is actually like this weird thing I'm in right now where it's like, maybe it's not necessarily Atlanta per se, but it's like my mindset in a sense of like things that make me happy, like being around friends, being around family now, because you drive me fucking crazy. Doing things I enjoy. Like, I do get those things out of living in Georgia. So, like, you know, at the same time, I'm like, you know, maybe I could stay here for a bit because, like, I do get joy out of being here. Not because of where I am, just because of the people around me. Now, if I had it my way, I would pick all of you up and we would leave.
We would be in
the
a
state
sack like
together.
The freaking Hulk on the side of your back.
If I could pick up all of you and we would all leave, I would love that. But for some reason, people really love living in the city for whatever fucking reason or another. It's not even just
love, but people are comfortable, and it takes a lot to pick up and move.
It does take a lot to pick up and trust me, I'm one single person. I'm struggling to fucking move. So, just, and like I said, I'm going to expand it past just Georgia. Just staying in a place that makes me unhappy. And also, that also could apply to just not just physical places. Maybe being in a relationship that doesn't make me happy. Being in a friendship that doesn't make me happy. Being in a job that doesn't make me happy. Like just remaining in a place that makes me unhappy just for the sake of being comfortable.
Yeah.
Because you can be unhappy and you also can be comfortable.
That's fair.
Most of your marriages. Sorry, you can blame the Sauvignon Blanc for that. I didn't mean to say that out loud. Some things are just meant to be on the inside. But yeah, that would eat me on the inside. I've seen that happen to a lot of people. May they stay in the wrong relationship. May they stay in the wrong place. May they stay in the wrong job. Like, they are fucking miserable, but they're like, oh, it's all I know. It's what I'm comfortable with. Oh, I built a life and blah, blah, blah. Girl, F them kids. F them partners. F them jobs and F the state, girl. Go where you want to go. Do what makes you happy. You only have one life to live. As far as we know, you only have one fucking life to live. You might as well fucking enjoy it. If that means saying F everything and running, do it. Oh boy, Euphoria did it. Cal, he said, I am a pedophile and I'm a homosexual.
He went to jail though.
He did, which he deserves to go to jail. He does deserve to go to jail.
Spoiler alert for anyone who hasn't finished Euphoria last season. The father, you're going to jail. Prison. He's in jail. At the hands of his own son.
Anyway, they need to bring that show back. Can't wait. But yeah, just remaining in things that make me unhappy, honestly.
I feel that, and I can see that. I'm hoping for you to go to these different places.
Girl, I will amputate my fucking leg if I have to. I will chop the whole leg off if I have to.
I don't believe you're going to have to do that. I believe you're
going to make it. You can leave Georgia today. You have to give us your leg.
I believe you're going to make it full body where you need to go. And I'm can't wait to visit you. For me, something that I could regret in my life, honestly, if I do not finish the degrees I know I was supposed to get. So I'm one of those people who love education, but I've also ran away from certain things and certain callings. And there are things I know I was supposed to do and certain degrees I would know I was supposed to get a long time ago. And I was just like, no. I don't want to do that.
I have a question.
I don't want to do it.
About that. Real quick. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, you're fine.
So what if you ended up getting, I'm going to word this kind of weird, but like, what if you ended up getting to where you wanted to go without the degree? Like, is the degree specifically to break into a certain role or like a certain thing? And what happens if you break into that thing, but you never got the degree? Would that be considered a failure to you?
Yeah, no, I actually have gotten very close to where I'm trying to go without the degree. So it's not the degree per se that I'm seeking, it's the obedience that I'm seeking to God.
Girl, if you don't join the military.
Where I have known that there was something I was supposed to do and somewhere I was supposed to go and something I was supposed to like accomplish, and I have actively ignored it because we all ignore things. We look at each other and we think, oh, this person's so strong in this area. This person does this and this person does that. And this is where I come. This podcast is like where I'm very honest and rare. Like, I'm not always strong. There are things that that God will tell me that I'm like, I'm not qualified to do that. I can't do that. I'm not going there. I'm not doing this. I'm not doing that. So it is what it is. I have ran from it, and now I'm head on. And it's not the degree that's going to hold the weight, because I've already been actually executing, and what the degree has to hold is just me being obedient. And so I will be upset if I don't. I will also, this is very, I don't know the word. I was going to say sentimental. I was also going to say carnal, but I also feel a certain way if I'm not able to get married before my mother passes away. Oh. Yeah, I really want to be able to have my mother experience that. I know she wants that for me. I know she is thinking about my partner, what I'm going to do, and having kids. And even though she has a plethora of grandchildren, I have multiple siblings, so she's not in short of. But for me, I'm the baby girl, and then with my dad passing, I know she's looking at me to like really just finish it off. I have a uncle who's already like expressed walking me down the aisle, so I just, for me, it would really be heartbreaking if I cannot fulfill that before I'm gone.
I forget that. I have a question, actually. When was the last time you went on a date?
I went on a date March 20th. I think it was 22nd. Let me see. What Sunday? What Saturday was that?
Same consolation. I don't know shit about Kristen's dating life. To be
Because
honest, this
I
whole
don't
time I
talk
thought you were
about
like an
people-
amoeba. I thought you just kind of like, you like butted and like another version to come off. I don't know
Yeah,
shit
no, I
about
don't
your
talk about
dating
niggas
life.
that don't have any. I don't talk about people who don't have any preference about being talked about. Period. Like, they are amoebas. They're like, you know how you had Blubber, and he was like flicking people off, and that's it. Like, you flick, you ain't got nothing to do. The last date I went on was March 18th.
Oh, okay. Well, obviously he wasn't not shit because you weren't brought him up.
It was just actually like I don't even really go on dates a lot. It was just like
you better get in that dating pool. Mama got to walk you down the aisle.
I'm uninterested.
Tinza.
I'm
Boom bell. Tinza. You better download yourself a Tinza.
I'm good.
Okay. That's so nice of you, though. Because the way my parents will not be invited to my wedding, because the way I'm not having a wedding, because the way I will never find fucking love at this point.
First of all, you went really down a dark hole. We were talking about like you not finding a husband, to you finding one, to you not having a wedding. Like, what?
If we're gonna be honest, my best bet is finding like a really nice lesbian and we're getting together, and then like we just like have sexual partners.
Hey! No, it's not me.
You got me so excited.
I got somebody though. It could be me. Okay, if we're not married by 35, you're not my same age. We can't do it.
So what if by the time I'm 35, which is
I'll be way past your age. I'm too dumb. Good.
You are not.
I'm not a decade past your age. First of all,
I'm talking about a decade from now. Well, I mean, okay, 7 years from now. But anyway, so yeah, next question. Oops, sorry, I have to put my wine down. Bloop. Okay, how do you make important decisions?
I have a couple of ways. So, obviously, if you have listened to this podcast and or you know me, God is my savior. Jesus is my savior. So I consult him, prayer, supplication, different things like that. But I also look at situations by what they are. So there are a lot of logical aspects that you can look over. So if you're making a situation, like let's say, man, I'm in a relationship with this person and I really love my man, but he just ain't shit.
Dump him.
And he just doesn't work.
Dump him.
Doesn't clean.
Dump him.
Doesn't cater to my needs.
You could start that didn't work.
I'm never going to make the decision to move in with him. And now that was very easy, right? Now let's say he is very gentle. He's very compassionate.
You can't pay bills with gentle.
He has a good job.
Oh, okay.
He's very caring. But he rags on what I believe.
Gotta go.
I'm not going to do that. Because you don't respect me at the end of the day.
Wait. How much does he make?
For me. Not Tyler Perry film. How much does he actually make?
That's really important because the way inflation's getting us,
no.
You can rag on DJing, but if you're bringing in like $200,000 a year, I'm really not going to complain too much. Honestly, I'm like, you know what? It's fine. It's what it is.
We're taken care of. You're making $1 million a year. $1 million.
Oh, girl, suck it up. $1 million.
Oh, girl, sucked it up in Diary of Mad Black Woman, and she got dragged out of her establishment.
I wish a man would bring $2 million to the household, girl. DJing is dumb. I'll never DJ another day in my fucking life.
First of all, you dumb enough to bring that in. If I don't got no morals, I'm putting that to my account. You a whole lie. But yeah. So I base it off of two things. Yeah, I think about the situation where I'm like, okay, it's from this instance of logic, and then it's from this instance of what I believe. So I just base it off of that.
Fair. It depends on what it is for me. it really varies very randomly. So financial things, for example, just to let you know, I have terrible money management skills. It's not something I learned from my parents. My parents were not very good with money either. Anytime we came into a large sum of money, my parents were like, let's buy every fucking thing. I'm very much the same way.
That's fair.
So financial things, and I'm better than my parents in some degree.
I mean, you're not out here getting evicted. You pay your bills.
My bills are paid. Don't worry. My bills are
paid.
My
bills are paid.
There's food on the table. Now, can I go on numerous vacations? No, because most of my vacation money is at Chick-fil-A. Can I go buy a random ass 75-inch TV? No, because I spent $300 on Chick-fil-A this month. Or that new chicken at Chipotle. Chipotle, listen, I probably could retire if I stopped buying Chipotle so fucking much. But anyway, financial things specifically like that, I struggle with because I'm trying to learn to be better with money. I am trying to learn how to invest and make my money work for me and blah 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 blah. But it's someone who did not grow up with that. It is difficult. I wish I grew up with more financially responsible parents. No disrespect, parents. I already called you out. I already let y'all know. Whenever the next time something like that happens, y'all need to take some financial courses. We're all taking some financial courses. But money specifically situations or decisions, I typically just go for it if it's going to affect if I can eat, if it's going to be able to affect if I can pay my bills. Of course, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to go out here and buy something like, oh well, I'm not going to pay my light bill this month. That's not going to happen. My bills are always going to be paid. I'm always going to make sure there's food on the table and that I can eat and I have gas in my car so I can get where I need to go. But outside of that, I live very much in the mindset of one, I can't take the money with me when I die. When I die, I can save up $2 million. When I die, that money is here and I'm gone. There's nothing I can do with that money. Two, I'll always make more. I know that sounds a little cocky, but I'm always very confident in the ability that I'll make more money somewhere. I've been decently okay at doing that most of my life. Hopefully the Lord does not strike me down or, hopefully I didn't jinx myself. But for the most part, yes, I worry about money as far as long-term goes. But for example, my car. Yes, it burns my fucking soul thinking about that I put myself in debt again. But at the end of the day, I know that car can be paid off. It is what it is. I had to have a car. It is what it is. I could have got something cheaper, but why would I do that? I wanted something nice. I deserve nice things. I work hard. Now, when it comes to other things, it also is circumstantial. Sometimes I lean very much on my emotional brain. Maybe in relationships, especially relationships. This is pre-therapy, so I haven't been in a relationship since I've been in therapy. Well, actually, that's not true. Anyway, so sometimes it's very much an emotional reaction. I'm learning more recently to slow down my processing because I think it's normal for people, and myself included, to just knee-jerk react to something. And most of your life is how you react to things, not necessarily how you operate day to day. It's how you react to things that come your way. Me pre-therapy, I was very much emotional. Fuck logic. We had to fight. I have to cry. I have to beat your ass. Whatever the case may be. It's very much emotional. Like, I wasn't thinking very logically. Yeah. Now I think logically in the sense of like, I'm an adult. And if I were to enact 99% of the things that go through my mind, I'm either going to have the death sentence, or I'm going to go to jail, or I'm going to get killed, or some matter of all three. So now I try to think long and hard about, the things I do before I do them. 55 Focus, like my teacher said. Shout out to President Cam. Jesus Christ. Even though, actually, I'm not gonna lie. If it was my principal, I would vote for him for president because he actually would get shit done. But anyway, my principal from high school, 55 Focus, spend 5 seconds processing, 5 minutes thinking about it. I don't fucking know what it was. Because there be times where I'd be wanting to act on my emotions, and I think, wait. I am a black man in America. I cannot beat this girl's ass because I will go to jail or I will get fucking shot. I want to. Regardless. That happened today. I was getting out my car, and I hope you can hear this because I really fucking hate you, and I cannot wait to, you know what, it doesn't matter. My upstairs neighbor is a raggedy piece of shit. I wish nothing but the worst on her. Like, I wish she stubs her toe for the rest of her fucking life.
Is that the one who be blocking the parking spots?
No, she's gone. I don't know. I think she's gone. I'm talking about the girl who be bumping and thumping on top of my head. And I've asked her very nicely, not rude. I've been like, hey, it's, you're making a lot of noise. Hey, I live underneath you. Hey, like, I'm trying to work. But she don't care because she likes to play dumb. She's young. She's like 19 or whatever, probably. She likes to play the, what? It's not me. It couldn't be me. Girl, the way I want to wring your fucking head. I was getting out of my car today, and she was walking past me. And I openly said, oh, this fucking bitch. And she heard me. She looked at me. I was like, yes, girl, you are that bitch. You are a fucking bitch. And she kept walking. So anyway, I fucking hate her. Like I said, that's one reason I'm ending my lease. Sleep with two eyes open, sis. That's all I'm going to say about that. So yeah, but me in the past, my emotions probably would have taken over, and I probably would have hit her. But I've been very gentle. I've been very calm. I've been very, think about it. You're black. You're in America. You're a man. You cannot touch this white woman because she will have you. She will have you hung.
On a woman anyway.
I will never swing on a woman in general. Period. You're right. But she will have you hung on the fucking trees if you do anything. So I'm very polite. I'm like, hey, can you just turn down the music? Hey, can you not, I don't know, do belly flops on the hardwood floor, whatever the fuck you're doing up there. I hope you can hear this. I really fucking do, because you are a raggedy piece of fucking shit. I'm sorry. I'm having a read. I'm having a moment. My emotions are picking up now because I'm getting angry. I can feel myself getting warm. And listen, people might think I'm harsh for that. I promise you, I mean this from the deepest part of my heart. I will always try to lead with kindness. My knee-jerk reaction isn't to choose violence or be angry. I think anger is a wasted emotion most of the time. You can use anger the right way. You can use anger to motivate you, and I do think that is pretty beneficial. Yeah. But I try not to get super angry. It takes me a certain period of time to get angry. When you get me there, it's like a snowball. There's nothing you can do to stop it at that point. And she's got me there. She's got me there. So my only option is to leave my current apartment because eventually if she keeps doing this shit, it will. I do not know what's going to happen. I will demolish the entire building if I have to.
I get it.
I can feel myself getting heated now. Heated. My body's getting warm. That's how much I hate it. It's gonna be the last
question. Last question.
You raggedy fucking bitch. I hope you fucking listen to this shit. I've been heated. I need fan me off. Whew. Chile. Whew. Listen, okay, before we even get there, if you live above people, just be a little considerate that people live underneath you. I know some people are heavy-footed by nature. I know some people, you like to have fun. You pay for your apartment. You want to play music. You want to have friends over. You want to do that. But you need to be considerate that people underneath you. You don't know shit about my life. I could have a child. I could be working 40 hours, 70 hours a fucking week. I could have some kind of mental illness I do, but I could have some kind of problem that causes loud sounds to freak me out. I could have anxiety, all these things I have. I'm saying these things because they're true. You don't know who lives underneath you to the side of you or whatever. Just be fucking considerate. If someone, and maybe one or two times, maybe you didn't know, and if someone politely asks you, hey, what you're doing is bothering me for A, B, C, and D, can you please stop? You don't need to be a fucking asshole. They're asking you gently, can you just stop doing that because it's affecting them? You don't need to play dumb. You don't need to put them on blast on TikTok. You don't need to do whatever the fuck. Just be like, oh, my fault. I'll work on that. That is fucking it. Just be fucking considerate. That's all we're asking of you. Anyway, she'll probably never listen to this, but if you do, at some point in the future, if you do, I want you to understand that you know who I'm talking about. I really hope you have a bald spot in the back of your head. I hope your hairline recedes. I hope you stub your toe for the rest of your life. I hope every wig you get cuts off circulation to your forehead. I want every dress you wear to be a little bit too small. I want you to get on the scale and always be 5 pounds heavier than you thought you were. I want you to constantly have a dry mouth. Okay? I want your bank account to be overdrafted daily. I want you to be declined for every single fucking loan or anything you ever asked for for the rest of your life. I want you to do nothing but rent for the rest of your fucking life because you don't deserve no motherfucking house. I'm sweating. I'm angry. See, if I'm telling you about my emotions can make me feel away.
Let's move on. Heated.
You better get your fans ready for Beyonce. Sorry, that's the inner darker parts of my brain. It's just been a long process with this person above me. It's not the first time. And I really just have a moment. Anyway, go ahead. Your turn.
What was your biggest insecurity growing up? How do you feel about it now?
Well, that's a really good question.
That is actually really... I'm not prepared to answer that.
That was a good question. I haven't looked through all these questions before.
Take this deck. This is a devil. I don't like that. I don't like that question.
You asked it. You could have picked a different one. But anyway.
Ask it. Okay.
That is a really good question.
Biggest insecurity. How do you feel about it now?
So my biggest insecurity, I feel like most people would assume is like, oh, being gay or whatever the case may be. My actual biggest insecurity, and I'm not going to go into full-blown detail about why it is. If you live in America, you fucking know why it would be this way. Was being black. I went from being in a more diverse city, being in New York. Mm-hmm. I'm not going to say like, oh yeah, black people were like the primarial, Jesus Christ. The prominent race where I was. We were very much mixed. I like it. There was a lot of white people, black people, Hispanic people, Asian people. Like, it was just a hodgepodge, as New York is. So when I was in New York, my race wasn't a big thing. No one ever talked to me differently or treated me differently or anything, ever mentioned my race.
Yeah.
I can thank my parents for that to an extent. Maybe I can also thank the people I kept in my company were like, I never put two and two together that like, okay, I'm different because I'm black. Yes, I understood that I was. My parents would tell me like, oh, you can't do this because, you got to watch yourself because you're this color. You got to do A, B, C, and D. You have to work a little harder. But like, as far as like how I was treated and the people around me, it never really crossed my mind. Like, people treated me with the same amount of respect. People didn't make like, oh, you're the black friend, or, it was never brought up. Then I move to bumblefuck not redhead, Jesus Christ. See, the only reason I was seized because I have this wine. I'm like, I'm almost a bottle of wine gone. But anyway, when I moved to Georgia, my parents decided, let's move to bumblefuck Redneckistanaville, Loganville, fucking Georgia. Most of my graduating class was white people. There was only, I think, 4 people of color. And that's between black people, Asian people, Hispanic people, like just 4 people of color in general. That was it for the most part. There was not a lot of us. And I'm being a little facetious. It was, out of a graduating class of like 120, there was probably 15 black people.
Okay, which is less than like...
Right, a percentage of a percentage, really. Yeah. Like a small amount. And growing up here in the South, the Bible Belt, racist as Ku Klux Klan, Georgia.
Yeah.
It was... a culture shock to me. I was very insecure about the fact that I was black. And at first it wasn't a problem. At first I was still in my New York mindset of like, oh, I'm like everybody else. Like, I'm just a person. Like, yeah, I'm black, but it is what it is. Like, no one really cares. Oh no, they fucking cared. No, I didn't experience any direct racism in the sense of like, oh, you're the N-word, or oh, we don't want any N-words here. But like, people would use certain nicknames like, oh, Blackie, or oh, you know, I'm the black friend. Like,
I got a black eye.
Okay, like some stupid racist fuck, which similar to how I feel about Old Girl Above Me. I also hope that everything in your life goes wrong. He was like, oh, do black men like, not to sound vulgar, but do black men ejaculate black?
Excuse me?
Yeah. I'm just setting the scene for the kind of place I live
That's
in.
crazy.
That is insane.
Crazy.
Insane.
That's crazy for somebody to ask.
This man asked me.
That man asked you. It wasn't even a woman. A man asked
ejaculate
you. That's crazy.
Black.
You should see if he gay. No.
Probably. People ejaculating in his mouth right now, probably.
White.
Anyway, so this is kind of set the scene. That really did fuck with me. I'm not gonna lie. For a long, not that specific thing. I just thought that was fucking stupid. But just in general, being surrounded by a bunch of white people who weren't overtly racist in the sense of like, I don't think they could be because we were in school, so they probably couldn't call me the N-word or whatever because they just weren't allowed to. But I'm sure in the right situation, they probably would have. Of course, I met some good. I did meet some, those few good friends like Garreg. Love Garreg to death. One of my best friends, like my actual brother, for the most part.
Garreg reminds me of
one.
someone from The Boys. He reminds me of a character from
Frenchie.
The Boys. Yeah, a little bit.
A little bit. But so of course I did meet a few of those diamonds in the rough, for lack of a better term. But for the most part, it was a lot of rough, and I have fully separated myself from that portion of my life. Like, I don't think about high school anymore. Anyone from high school, I think I have like all of 3 friends from high school still. Not going to the reunion. I wish nothing but the worst on those people for the most part. No offense to full offense to you people, actually. Full offense. I know it makes it sound like I'm like so full of hatred and stuff like that. And I am. You made my life a living fucking hell in high school and middle school and elementary school. So yes, I am filled with a little bit of rage, a little bit of hatred towards these people. Again, I wish you all stub your pinky toe for the rest of your fucking lives. I hope that your dresses and your pants are always slightly too small. I hope that you go to the gym all the time, but you can't lose any fucking weight. And I hope that you have split ends until you fucking die. Anyway, the question was making me insecure. So yeah, back to me being insecure. So of course, being surrounded by a bunch of racist, stupid fucks, I was a bit insecure about being black. You know that, and our mutual friend knows that, because once I met you guys, I was a whitewashed black man. I didn't know shit about black culture. I don't know nothing about nothing. Things y'all would tell me about being black, or just not being black, but just like black culture, or like this, that, and the third. It would surprise me, like, really? I didn't know that. Like, I didn't, whatever, because in where I was either assimilate, and like get as normal as possible, and fit in as much as possible, or experience being tormented for who knows how fucking long. So it made me really insecure about being a black person. Like, I always felt uncomfortable being, around other black people. It made me feel uncomfortable being myself as a black person. Me in high school, you wouldn't have seen me in no Black Lives Matter protests. I'd be like, those are some thugs or whatever. I was very much whitewashed. And it was something I was insecure about as far as being black. But nowadays, I fucking love being black. We season our food. We can twerk. We have so much fucking fun. Everything's a fucking comedic show to us. Everything. World War III, laughing our asses off. We be having so much fun as black people. Our music is better. No offense. Full offense. We have Beyonce on our side. Who do you have? Taylor fucking Swift? Like, let's be fucking for real. Like, let's be honest. I love being black now. Sure, I still have moments where I'm like, being black is kind of really difficult in America, and I wish it was different, but it doesn't make me want to change my skin tone anymore. Like, I used to want to be a white person, like, just speaking completely transparently. I, at one point, put relaxer in my hair, because I was like, oh, I want to be like all the other emo white guys, and, like, flick my hair to the right behind my ear. So I put relaxer in my hair. I made my hair not straight, per se, but it was like a more loose curl kind of thing, like a jerry curl. I was like, oh, I'll whatever. Even to like go a step further, to be honest, there was a point where like I identified as
hey my mama,
okay,
hey my dad, hey my.
There was a point where I actually identified as mixed, which I mean, on paper, I am to an extent mixed somewhere. Like both my parents are. Well, my dad is full blown black. My mom is mixed, so like there is caucasity somewhere in his body. But I would identify more with like, oh yeah, I'm mixed because I felt so ashamed of being just full blown black. Fuck that. I'm a full blown NIGGA nigga. Full blown. Oh, that's it. Okay. I love being black. It's something that recently has, thanks to you and our mutual friend and a few other friends in my life, I thoroughly enjoy it. Yes, like I said, there are points of being black where I'm like, it is difficult, especially being in America, and I wish it was different. I wish the situation was different, but I do not wish my skin tone was any different at this point.
I'm glad about that.
Huh?
Which I'm glad about that.
I love
your
it.
Skin tone is so beautiful.
I look like a lovely mocha baby, and I love it. Like I said, America does suck, and there's things I wish I could change about it in regards to our community, but I wouldn't trade this in for nothing.
Absolutely.
Because I'm about to eat seasonless boiled fucking chicken. That's what I'm not going to fucking do. Okay? Period. I'm not about to sit here and wear camo and drive a Chevy and think that's fucking culture. I went to school with someone named Chevy. I want you to let you know. I'm going to put that in context. Someone asked me if I ejaculated black, and one of the person's names was Chevy. Chevrolet. His name was Chevrolet, like the car. I didn't grow up in a real place. I grew up in a KKK rally. That's where I grew up. I hope you all stub your pinky toes for the rest of your fucking lives. Anyway, how about you, girl? How about you? And I mean like a good stubbing, like post-shower wet foot stubbing.
Wow.
I hope you jam your hands in your fucking door when you close your fucking car door.
Okay, so for me, I think there were two things. The very first thing I could ever remember being regretful of or ashamed of were my glasses.
Really?
Yeah, I started wearing glasses in first grade. I remember, it may be first or second grade. And I remember my mom coming up to the school and being like, the teacher literally was telling me like, she doesn't catch on, she's not doing this, blah, blah, blah. My mom is a person of medicine. She's like, what did you do? An eye test and all these different things. And we did the eye test and it realized I could not see what was happening. That's why I was falling behind. It may have been first grade. It may have been first grade at this point. Because they were counting the grades or what we were doing. And they were determining whether you needed to keep people behind. Mm-hmm. And so it's probably first grade. And my mom was like, no, she can't see. Like, oh, let's do the eye test. And I could not see. And not only could I not see, I was colorblind. It was like a whole bunch of stuff.
Just walking around blind as fuck.
Blind AF, for real. And then I had glasses. And I have had glasses since I was like 9. You know what I'm saying? So that's not like easy. People think glasses are cute today.
Back in the day, absolutely.
Back in the day, bitch, you would Target numero uno.
Don't have glasses, don't have
like,
braces.
4 eyes, all these things. Like, don't have braces. Don't have anything that's going to help you in the long haul. Which I think about. But, yeah, that. And I got boobs in, like, 4th grade.
I don't know if that's normal or not.
And that was...
I wasn't looking at females' boobs. I was looking at other things. So, like, is that normal?
No.
Okay, got it.
I think...
Trust me, tits were the last thing on my mind.
I think most women, like, start to develop maybe, like, middle school, which is, like, 6th grade.
Okay, got it.
So, but my heritage, who I grew up with, the different things, like, we grew hips and boobs. Like, we were shapely women.
Okay, it was big making time. They're like, you must birth children.
See?
That sounds gross as like a child, but like,
your body was like,
That's
oh,
how
my
it-
job is to make children, so I have to get ready.
I hate you. I hate you. I hate you. I hate you. But no, we started to gather our bodies, and then it started to. So after I got over the like glasses debacle, I started getting boobs, and I distinctly remember there was a party I went to. I may have been in like 6th or 7th grade, and I went to a party, and I came to school the next Monday, and they were like, "Oh, we saw you rubbing up on someone." They were saying something. I was like, "That never happened. Like, that never happened." And they were trying to say, like, there was me and one other girl in the class who had big boobs. And they were trying to say what happened with the other class in the big boobs was me. And I was like, that wasn't me. That wasn't me. Like, that wasn't me.
They said, I saw
It wasn't
boobs. It must have been
me.
you.
And I was like, it wasn't me. Like, so it was crazy. But you get over it. And here I am. I survived.
You did survive. I'm proud of you.
Barely.
I wish I had your growing up. I wish my problem was having big tits.
I had big tits.
I'd rather
glass.
take big tits in classes than being the black
No,
man.
I got bullied. I fought girls and boys growing up.
My biggest regret in life is not fighting more. I should have whipped
Oh,
some
you
people's
should have
asses.
threw them.
Well, listen, my parents
No.
raised me the idea of like, you don't hit nobody unless they hit you. Younger Malik, if time travel exists, or you have some kind of radio frequency to this, or you have a vision about this, maybe if this is maybe if this entire thing is a dream that I'm having, and I'm still in bed in high school, wake up and beat their asses.
You know what?
Whoop
It's
their
not
asses.
worth it fighting though. It's not worth it.
It is.
I'm
Because
not
you'll
a fighter.
be 27
I'm not
and
a
wanting
fighter.
vengeance. I'm
not a
27
fighter.
and therapy is not enough. I need vengeance.
It is.
I need
it's
to
going
cut
to be vengeance
people's
enough.
brakes. I need to beat people's heads in.
You're gonna be okay.
I'm not.
You're gonna
I'm
be
not.
fine.
There's nothing
You're
that's ever going to
going to
fix
be
it.
fine.
There's nothing that.
Hear
There's no amount of
me
therapy.
now.
There's no amount.
to be fine.
There's no amount of therapy. There's no amount of money. There's nothing in life that's going to fix the fact that I did not actively beat these people's asses.
You're gonna be
I kick
fine.
myself daily about the fact that I have not wringed
Think
more
about
people's
these.
heads.
Think about these redneck, fake tattoo toting people
Named Chevra fucking Lay.
who are miserable.
And they are.
And
'Cause
meanwhile,
that's my
you
favorite
got
thing,
a
I'm not gonna
city
lie.
view. You can literally go close your door and ain't no mommy, daddy, mommy.
Oh, I mean, Loki is pretty close.
Daddy!
You can't say
oh,
those
you ain't
things,
gonna
but
close
you
the
can
door
say
on
meow.
him. Like you can, like people live out their own destiny. That's why you can't worry about seeking vengeance. Like unforgiveness and all that. I don't have to harbor that in my heart. I don't have to carry that around. Like you don't have control over the way I feel about a situation because that's what unforgiveness is. When I look back on a situation and I think about it, if I'm in unforgiveness, I'm going to think about it in a way that's going to make me angry all over again. But no, I don't have to think about it in anger anymore. You are who you are. I am who I am. Like you do what you do, and I have done what I am doing. And whatever transpires, that's
not
period.
It's not enough.
It is.
Yes,
There's
being
no vengeance.
super successful and happy is also
I
a kick
hate
in the
you.
foot. But you know it's also a kick in the foot or whatever? Vengeance. Batman's not only rich, but he also seeks vengeance.
And vengeance is what has brought Batman down. Think about how many times Batman has been caught, deceived, beaten, stirred up. Like, this nigga can't let something go that happened. Let it go, my nigga. It happened. It
These
sucks.
folks made a solid 8
Your
years of my life
boy,
hell.
your boy killed your parents. It happened. It's a very, very big tragedy, but you gotta let
It's
it go.
not enough.
Now this nigga hemming up
It's not
people
enough.
with 3 5s because he just got a vendetta.
I want you all to know, if you went to Walnut Grove High School, sleep with 7 eyes open, because I'm coming for your ass. It may not be me. It may not be now. But understand the day of reckoning is coming.
Not Batman.
The day of reckoning is on its fucking way.
Can we enter the Dark Knight?
It's
the
okay.
wings.
And listen, like I said, it may not even be me. Some of y'all, I don't even fucking care, honestly. I'm like 1 bottle of wine down. I don't give a fuck. Some of y'all are fucking pregnant and your baby daddy ain't nowhere to be fucking seen.
Woo!
Some of y'all still with your motherfucking parents, but there's nothing wrong with that. But you ain't got no motherfucking jobs for working at fucking Applebee's.
Woo! You
Most
spit
of
poetry.
most of you fucking bitches don't even like your fucking husbands. You just thought that, you know what? Let me stop. Thank you for tuning into another episode of the Friendship University podcast. I see this bottle of wine has gotten to my emotions. It is best if I stop while I'm ahead.
All right.
Give them the socials so we can get the fuck out of here.
All right, we going to the socials. You can find us. We are on Instagram at Funny Podcast. That's FUNI Podcast on Instagram. We are also on Twitter, FUNI Podcast on Twitter. We are also found at Gmail. That's the Friendship University Podcast at gmail.com. You can enter in any ideas or events or anything you want us to cover.
Ideas to seek vengeance on your former
no, that's not what we was asking for. But
colleague, let me know. Go ahead and let me know.
Or if you have any ideas for what you would like to put on our syllabus, we're building our syllabus. Like, we've been here a while, but we're still trying to do the best that we can. And we just...
The school funding was cut. So we're doing what we can.
If you know anything about public schooling, we're hanging on by the skin of our chinny chin.
We are not a charter school.
Okay, we're not a charter school. We're doing the best we can. Just look out for us. We're here every Friday, Friendship Fridays.
Oh, we're doing it again? Ew, sorry.
And no, you didn't have to do it again. But we're done.
Hey.
Peace out.
If you went to Walnut Grove High School, fucking burn it down.